It's been crazy. A lot of mental preparation. Honestly, from yesterday when I knew we were short some guys, and then um, after realizing Jakar was that suspension, I was like, all right, let me just really focus on rebounding and just helping the guys down low, setting great screens, and just being that big that we needed. So that was my main focus coming into the game, and I knew I was going to be able to score in different ways, but my main focus was definitely helping Malcolm and Karis get open and just rebounding for them.
Scott.
Oshae, what did those preparations for playing center include? Was it film? What did it all include for you?
Yeah, film. We played Moses and those guys in the bubble, so I kind of knew who he was and what he likes to do. But the way we play a lot of 5-out, and Domas and Miles they're able to move around. So it wasn't really that hard for me to fit in with what we were doing. It was just more on the defensive end that I have to really focus on being in my drops and being in the right spots on rotations.
J. Michael.
Oshae, how does it feel? Coach just said this to us. I don't know if he said it outright to you, but I'd asked him, when other guys and healthy bodies start to come back, what happens with a guy like Oshae who comes out with a game like this and you continue to stack games like this? He says you got to reward a guy who's playing well. And what does knowing that, what does that mean for you? That because that doesn't happen, or you don't have coaches say that about it's like, hey, you lose your spot and you go back sitting on the bench. But he seems to say the opposite. What is your take on that, and how does that make you feel hearing that?
Makes me feel good, man. Me and Coach Nate have a great relationship, and I know the exact way that he wants me to play, and that's what I'm gonna do every night. So when we have our guys back, it's gonna be real scary because I feel like I could come in and do what I gotta do in the right ways, and help our guys just win games. So I know there's not gonna be a full load on me that I gotta really try to score and do all this other stuff, but I want to be the guy that comes in and gives a lot of energy and helps us win games. So it's amazing that coach looks at me like that, but I'm staying humble and knowing what I got to do.
Brennan Rourke.
Hey, Oshae. So with Malcolm being one of the leaders on the team, how did he kind of keep you motivated throughout tonight?
It's just always hearing good job is just something that keeps anyone motivated, especially coming from a guy like him, who's had a great, successful career. He's giving me little pointers here and there throughout the game, but, a simple good job just goes a long way, honestly, from, him to Karis to the coaches. Just little things like that. I know what I got to do on the court, and, when I feel like I'm doing a good job and then hearing it from them, just like I said, it's amazing. It gives me real boosts to keep going. And that's all I want to do. I just want everyone to feel comfortable and everyone to be happy on the court. And, I know if I do my part, that's going to help with that.
Tony East.
Oshae, you mentioned after your start and everything that you were going to, talk to your daughter and you were really excited. You were going to yell. Today, you sign a long contract. You have a career-high scoring game. Your teammates dump water on you in the locker room. Can you take me through your emotions, how you're feeling right now? I mean, today had to be one of the better days of your entire life.
Yeah, most definitely. My mom sent me, she's with my daughter right now. She sent me a video of her wearing a little Pacers shirt. So, I know they're watching and cheering, and, that's amazing in itself. And that's even aside from the game. The game is just, it hasn't even really sit in, of what just happened. But, I just gotta keep going. I can't really, dwell on one game. We have a whole bunch left, and we gotta, make this little playoff run. So, it's amazing. It's amazing for sure.
Pat, go ahead.
Malcolm, just a few minutes ago, called you the late season signing of the year. And I'm wondering, as you join a team late in a season, it has to be challenging from a lot of levels. How would you describe what guys like Malcolm and the leaders of this team, how have they welcomed you in, and how key has that been to you having success and feeling comfortable?
That really starts from the first day, honestly. First practice that we had, these guys were, really voicing where they need me to be and talking through plays and all that stuff. And, that just helps, with a guy like me that really wants to come in and win and, help everybody. When those guys are really being, outright and forward in what they want, it's a lot easier. And, those guys are real true professionals, man. They come in, they get their work done. and they stay pros about it. So who am I to come in and not give the same effort? And that's what really made it easy. Just seeing them, seeing the way they work, it really builds a culture for a guy like me that comes in here and wants to prove myself. And it's easy. It's easy just coming here and getting shots up and lifting and stuff I've been doing my whole life. So when we have guys that we have here that are real welcoming, it makes it a lot easier.
J. Michael.
Oshae, do you see yourself as, you look at the Pacers and what they need? I was asking Malcolm about this, a guy who can maybe play the four, who can defend some of these quicker fours and small lineups, but also defend bigger, more traditional fours. And then you can go down on the other end and shoot threes to cause matchup problems. Do you see that's where your bread is going to be buttered sort of thing, big picture? Have you thought that far ahead? Is that what you think where you're eventually going to be able to prosper, or do you think you're going to be better somewhere else in another position?
I haven't really thought that far ahead, but sorry, that's kind of who I am. I like defending, and obviously people like scoring. I like scoring, but with the way that I'm quick and the way I slide my feet, really makes it easier once we get switches and we're just able to move a lot better. But long term, that's definitely a guy that I want to be. I want to be a guy that they rely on defense, to get a stop when we need it, or make the right rotation, or talk to guys and do all that little stuff, and then offensive end score when I can. So I see my game getting to that level, and then with more playing time and more freedom and stuff like that, then could show a lot more.
Any final questions before we wrap tonight? Okay, awesome. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, guys.